So, hi, good afternoon, everyone. Our next session is the role of tech in affordable housing, a look at modular construction, prefabrication, and other key construction technologies. Can they unlock Africa's chronic housing shortage? I'm pleased to welcome Calvin Wachira, founder and CEO of BiddyBuild. Calvin, if you just want to give it 1 or 2 minutes before you start, are you doing a presentation, I think? Yes.
Yes, I'm doing presentation.
Okay, I'm going to leave you now. And please start sharing your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to leave it to you now. Cheers.
No, what did you say? I didn't hear you. Okay.
You can start sharing your screen, please.
Okay, great.
Can you, yeah?
Give me a second. Can you see my screen?
Okay. Yes, it's coming through now. Okay, I'm going to leave you now. Thank you and good luck. Cheers. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Hello? Okay, give me a second. Yes, welcome to the presentation. It's going to be shortly on. Yes, my name is Calvin Wachira, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of BiddyBuild. And today I will be presenting on the role of tech in affordable housing. Now, the big question for affordable housing is very simple. Can we make permanent modern housing affordable to the majority? And when you talk about affordable, you have to look at the key drivers of what makes affordable. Can you spend less time building? Because the more time you spend, the more it costs you. Can you drive down the cost per unit for each development unit that you're building? And lastly, can you do all of this while still maintaining the standard quality that the customers and clients expect of you? Now, when you talk about technology, I drill down into 3 places in which technology could have the most impact. They're quite 3, very simple. How we build it, how we sell it, and how we buy it. It's quite simple on that. How we're building it, we're looking at materials, software, and even offset constructions. How we're selling it, we're looking at ways in which you could sell to your clients in ways you don't have to meet them or build costly props that kind of affect that. Also, if sell it is digital marketing and even utilizing things such as smart contracts, which I'm going to explain shortly. And also how we buy it, can utilize fintech solutions such as mobile money or cryptocurrencies to kind of buy these units and allow our clients to buy these units. Now, materials innovation is quite key. It's actually quite known that 80% of all budgets in terms of construction go to materials and human resources in other aspects. So if you really want to drill down the cost of affordable units, you really have to look at the materials you're using. Now, you can modify materials innovation in 3 sustainable ways. You can modify or replace popular materials. You can reuse them, reuse these popular materials. And also, you have to think of the environment. Can you actually use materials that are environmentally sustainable? Now, we're going to popular materials right now. And what you're looking at is what we use and how we can improve it. Now, concrete is the most widely used material in the world. So a lot of innovation should be going to that because it literally carries a majority of what people use in terms of building. Now, concrete is known to have a shelf life. The longer it stays, the longer it disintegrates. Now, having self-healing concrete has a potential of saving $90 billion annually. Now, we're also looking at making concrete environmentally sustainable. It's responsible for 10% of greenhouse emissions. So it's actually there's a research currently going on, and it's actually quite advanced, of injecting carbon dioxide in cement to reduce carbon emissions. Now, steel is also a very, very common element used, but it's actually quite known that 85% of steel can be recycled. But there's also another problem. Steel is processed, and a lot of it is processed using coal. But what we've been noticing, we've been looking around, is electricity is getting cheaper by the fact that renewable energy sources such as wind and geothermal are being utilized. So you can actually create zero carbon steel using electricity instead of coal. Now, bricks. Now, Durabrick bricks is a mixture of earth and cement, naturally cured without firing. So it's actually been proven to actually have a potential of saving 14 trees. Yes. Now, we're going to look at the next part, building process innovations. So this is basically how are you building it? Now, you can utilize aspects such as offsite construction. This is why we're talking about prefabricated homes and aspects of that. Now, offsite construction is simple. It's a manufacturing, planning, design, fabrication, and assembly of building elements at a location other than their final site location. Now, construction is known that you have to have a site and you build everything. But can you order a house? So that's the more interesting aspects, right? So prefabricated homes are just where skeletons are assembled offsite and transported to site and the frame assembled. Now, popular prefabricated components include prefabricated slabs and walls. So instead of you making your own slab and curing it for 21 days, you can just order it and just assemble it. Now, here's a new aspect, probably not very popular, but it's 3D printing. Now, 3D printed homes just use a 3D printer that churns out concrete. And last year, a one-bedroom house of 33 square meters was printed in under 48 hours at a cost of $10,000. It needed only one worker who had a tablet and the 3D printer, and it's possible. Clearly, this has not been produced to scale, but imagine the applications on aspects such as silos that could really help in cutting down the cost and still attaining the exact result you want. Now, we're going to talk about building process innovation, how we manage it. If you think about all the industries in the world, even manufacturing such as cars, you've seen Tesla and everything, they have a process, and construction has a process too. It's quite well known, but the main problem is that there's been less innovation in the building process innovation. Now, we're going to look at smart contracts. Now, a smart contract is a crypto contract that controls the transfer of digital currencies and assets between parties under certain conditions without the need of a third party. So you know about Bitcoin and all that aspect. Now, a smart contract utilizes the technology that powers this, which is called the blockchain. So it's very simple, but it's a normal contract, but it's digitized in that sense. I will dive into it a bit more slowly. Now, smart devices. Worker safety has become an integral part of construction. Now, needing the utilization of smartness in regards to protecting your workers on site. You can use smart helmets that monitor worker health and their location, and even drones to monitor progress and ensure worker safety where humans are not naturally safe. Now, construction software such as My Company monitors the construction process. So you have data that helps improve your process. You need to know where you're losing money so you can improve it. You can't improve what you don't measure. Now, I'm going to give a rough outline of why smart contracts are better than traditional contracts. Now, execution of smart contracts is really in a matter of minutes, and traditional contracts at best is 1 to 3 days. There's also automatic remittance, and an escrow may not be necessary, because you can use cryptocurrencies or other formats of payment. Now, smart contracts also come at a fraction of the cost and can be done over a virtual presence. So you can collaborate with teams across the continent or the world. And sadly for lawyers, they may not be necessary, but yes. Now, as I'm winding down, this is what the construction side of the future might look like. It looks busy, but let me give you an asset. This is still how the construction looks right now. It's still busy, but this one is different. You're monitoring every aspect of the business. So you're seeing aspects of there's skilled labor here that is monitoring everything that is happening. You're seeing from site where there's offsite construction, where they're bringing in aspects of building products, delivery. You're seeing collaborative measures. You're also seeing equipment sensors on all your equipment, knowing where they are. And also you're looking at the management aspect. Now, these are the people knowing whether it's safe, it's on time, and it's profitable. So this construct, and also you're looking at the cloud management system. So this site, if you pick a construction site, if you do an affordable housing project and you have to do one 10 years later, you have data that tells you what happened, how much you spent, and how can you improve every process that you're working on. Now, as I wind down, as a conclusion, I'm pretty sure you've noticed a few aspects. There is a gap in utilizing locally available solutions that suit our needs and resources. The reason why adaptability of technology solutions hasn't been up is because companies are scared of the eventual costs that happen, because it was heavily reliant on outside sources. But now there are actually local sources that actually can help you utilize them. There should also be an increase in recycling and utilization of available environmental sustainable materials. This will help reduce cost and also help environment. So instead of importing things that really hurt the environment, you can use locally available resources. Now, modern technology improvements and digital collaboration are the secret key to making our processes and projects efficient. You have to collaborate with your team. We all collaborate right now using popular social media terms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, or even calling. But now you need tools that kind of help you as a construction team to build these affordable housing units. And they could be the key to cutting some of the costs that are very expensive. Now, utilizing offsite construction methods such as prefabricated homes and precast components. There's an increased investment in this precast, and you should be encouraged to even look at the use cases of it. Because even if the initial cost is still the same as building, the time aspect, you have to look at the time aspect, because the longer you stay on site, the more expensive it is. Now, my name is Kelvin Oshira. This is my email. In case you definitely want to reach and talk about technology, how it affects every aspect, you're welcome. And I am open to any question in regarding the topic. Thank you so much.